Well, hello, Boise. I'm Mayor Lauren McLean, and I want to say first off, congratulations to the Wassmuth Center on your 25th anniversary. It's really incredible to think back to the early days of the center and to reflect on the impact that you've had in our great city. I'm truly grateful for your presence and, importantly, for the continual reminder that you provide each of us as individuals in our community of the importance of human rights and understanding, both here locally, across our country, and of course abroad. I also want to point out that Martin Luther King Day this year is celebrating its 15th year of celebration in Idaho as the Idaho Human Rights Day. I have a picture of Martin Luther King hand in hand with Father Hesburgh from Notre Dame that sits in my office that I look at every day because his writings, his speeches, his life taught us with such clarity the importance of standing up and standing with those who need it most. As we strive to create a community and a city that's truly for everyone, I appreciate your partnership. I appreciate our residents who share our commitment to ensuring that no matter where we come from, what we look like, who we love, where we've been, we are here and we are Boiseans. And it's in that true value of each other's dignities as individuals that our community will thrive and be the strongest for it. So again, happy anniversary. Thanks for including me in this special day and very important celebration. Take care, everyone, and be well.
Hard times calling like they called out before. Bygones keep knocking on the same old doors. And even though it seems the odds are steady stacking up, we will fight with the strength of love. Words keep piling up deep down in my chest. Late nights sifting through the heaviness. There's nothing I might find to say could ever be enough. Still I sing with the strength of love. 'Cause I believe there's still a chance for peace. Until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free, you and I, for our humanity. Downtown, folks are proudly living out loud, building joy right where they shot it down. With a blossom in the barrel and a fist to the sun, we resist with the strength of love. Uptown, weary voices scraping the skies. Every day out on the front line. Every name we're crying out belong to someone. Cry it out with the strength of love. 'Cause I believe there's still a chance for peace, yeah. Until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free, you and I, for our humanity. Our humanity. Our humanity. Our humanity. Oh, new minds keep shining with the promise of youth. But will they live to see their promise through? No war against the innocent could ever be won We're gonna fight it with the strength of love. The record's broken. Is it bound to repeat? Our hearts broke open, but they're full of seeds. Now everywhere from underground we're rising up with the strength of love. 'Cause I believe there's still a chance for peace. Until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free. You and I, for our humanity. Our humanity. Our humanity. We will fight. We will sing. We will cry. We resist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We will fight with the strength of love. 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 With the strength of, oh, with the strength of love. Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor McLean. Thank you, Emily and Misha, for starting tonight's anniversary celebration. Good evening. My name is Dan Prinzing, the Executive Director of the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights, builder and home of the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial. Thank you for joining us this evening for a program of celebration and song. I'm delighted to be on stage with Diana Laciando, whose commitment to public service has included being a United Way of Treasure Valley board member, a Treasure Valley Education Partnership core team member, a member of the Neighbors United planning team, a regional housing and homelessness roundtable leader, Ada County commissioner, and I could continue, but clearly, Diana, this is your home.
It is. Thank you so much, Dan. I am thrilled to be here. I'm a fourth generation Idahoan. My grandfather came to Boise from the Basque Country. My mom's side of the family is from Burley, and this is my home. And tonight we are celebrating those shared values of inclusion, civility, respect, compassion, and the strength of diversity that brings us together as a vibrant and welcoming community. Dan, tonight we're celebrating that since 1996, the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights has provided a beacon of light as it fulfills its mission to promote respect for human dignity and diversity through education.
25 years. It has been and continues to be an amazing journey. And on this journey, we've never walked alone. So many have dedicated time, talent, and treasure to get us to this moment. And along the way, we've sure made a lot of friends, with many in harmony with the center's work. Let's welcome the Rebecca Scott Band.
We'll play a song I wrote called We're All Here to Be.
Everywhere you turn,
Inside and out, out the door, each voice, each choice, at
little more. It's the power of energy, all rolled in one. A single smoking gun fired high into the air, where everyone can stand and see. Yeah, it's like you, it's like me. We're all here to breathe. We're all here to teach. We're all here to be. It's like you, it's like me. We're all here to breathe. We're all here to teach. We're all here to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're here within, we're everywhere, we're everywhere you turn. Under the rooftops of every shady street, down every road, as far as the eye can see. As far as the eye can see. I can't think of a better way to share each and every day with someone like the likes of you. Seems that's what we're here to do. Walk together under the blanket of the sun. Under the blanket of the sun, the sun, the sun. We're here with them, we're everywhere, we're everywhere you turn. Inside, inside the love, I'm each voice, each choice. Add a little more, it's the power of energy. Rolling one, a single smoking gun fired high into the air, where everyone can stand and see. Yeah, it's like you, it's like me. We're all here to breathe. We're all here to teach. We're all here to be. It's like you, it's like me. We're all here to breathe. We're all here to teach. All here to be. We're all here to be. We're all here to be. Thank you. Thank you, Internet one and all.
Diana, as a county commissioner, one of your final acts in office was working with your colleagues to proclaim January 2021 as Human Rights Awareness Month in Ada County. Though symbolic, what was the motive behind the proclamation?
Well, Dan, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Idaho as Human Rights Day. It's a state holiday to focus on human rights while embracing diversity. And I hope that it's also a day to reflect on King's words when he stated, "I've decided to stick with love because hate is too great a burden to bear." In this month of human rights awareness, let us focus on our shared humanity. Let us focus on standing together in compassion and justice, inviting all to the table of our democracy to talk, listen, and be heard as we strive for the common good.
We note that the proclamation recognizes both the presence and the impact of of the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights and the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial. And we invite our audience tonight to visit us online and take a moment to check out tonight's event link by texting In Harmony to 76278 to discover how you can support the center, the memorial, and the musicians who so generously donated their harmony to human rights.
Feel this wind blow, scatters all these leaves like paper rain. See these days roll back into our winter lives again. The tangle at the garden fence is brown and dry. You call me out to point to your November sky. Must have been Gandhi, Buddha, or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought a rest to the restless, fed the hungry too. Must have done something great to get to have you. Comes and you are by your fire and fast asleep. I turn the light on, watch the snow outside fall soft and deep. And when the winter morning shines all white and blue, we'll watch the dogs run through the fields like children do. Must have been Gandhi, a Buddha, or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought a rest to the restless, fed the hungry too. Must have done something great to get to have you. I suppose stranger things have come to pass. Many a forest I can't see. I was so down and lost and fading fast. How did you find your way to me? Oh, I must have been Gandhi, a Buddha, or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought a rest to the restless, fed the hungry too. I must have done something great to get to have you. I must have done something great.
Our words and actions matter and are impactful to others. When we work together, share, listen, and have empathy, our divisions can heal. Let's focus in 2021 on finding common ground and moving ahead.
Chain breaker blues like this. to do. I've been fighting your dogs, getting bit every day. They say stick to your singing, Johnny, and you'll be okay. Jailbreaker blues, I can't get through to you. My love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. Can you hear yourself? Do you hear what you say? Are you crazy like a fool using that mouth to pray? Jailbreaker blues, I can't get through to you. My love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. Character are struggling to advance, cause the color of their skin, there ain't a fighting chance. Jailbreaker blues, I can't get through to you. My love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. To do. Oh, yeah. Oh.
We know that in Idaho, the work we do to promote and protect human rights today stands on the shoulders of so many who have gone before. As President John F. Kennedy stated, "Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike, that the torch has been passed to a new generation, unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed.
Yes, and while that torch continues to burn, let's also shine a light on some of the giants our community lost in 2020. Ranked among the founding members of the center and memorial, Don Curtis served in the U.S. Navy and had a distinguished career at Hewlett-Packard. With years spent on both the Wassmuth Center Board of Directors and Advisory Board, he planned events, led memorial tours as a docent, and took up the mantle of human rights with boundless energy and passion. Don was also my neighbor, and a great one at that, and his passing has certainly left a hole on our block, but also in the community.
Dr. Marilyn Howard was the Idaho State Superintendent of Public Instruction from 1999 to 2007. She was a beloved Idaho educator. When she retired from public office, Marilyn joined the center's board of directors, serving 9 years before moving on to the advisory board. For most of those years, she also chaired the center's education committee. A champion for civic responsibility and kindness, Marilyn framed that it's not the center's goal to speak on behalf of a membership, but to empower others to stand up and speak out for themselves. Marilyn Howard was also a personal friend, and there's a hole in my heart.
I was a little surprised to get the note that you wanted to add my dad to this, Dan, so thank you very much. Dr. David Lachionda was a career educator, a counselor, vice principal, principal. He was a tough disciplinarian with a heart of gold. For his family, he instilled the values of hard work and an ethic of service to community. This past February, he was awarded Outstanding Person in the Humanities from the Idaho Humanities Council. His love for his Basque heritage was evident in his music, his sharing of language, and the classes he taught at Boise State University. He's also my father, and there's certainly a hole left in our family. I do have to say that he would be so proud of you and the Wassmuth Center and all the educators out there who are carrying on the legacy of serving our community.
You know, I recently read, it's impossible to forget someone who gave you so much to remember. Yes, there are gaping holes in our community, but we carry their torch in the commitment and the knowledge that their work is now our work, and the work is not done.
Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree, pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh, and the smell of burning flesh. Here's a fruit for the crow to pluck, for the rain to wither, and the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the tree to drop, Here is a strange and bitter cry.
Almost 6 weeks ago, the memorial was defaced with a symbol of hate that included the tagline, "We are everywhere." Today, there are billboards throughout the Treasure Valley, banners in downtown Boise, and yard signs throughout the state proclaiming that we are everywhere, that people who believe in respect, equality, justice, kindness, compassion, and the power of love are in fact everywhere. That just as it is etched in the stone of the memorial, we uphold the words of Gordon B. Hinckley and work unitedly to remove from our hearts and to drive from our society all elements of hatred, bigotry, racism, and other divisive actions and words that limit a person's ability to progress, learn, and be fully accepted. Yes, we are everywhere.
We find love in the strangest places, under the old oak tree, or a seed pod on the ground, or deep in the forest where we leave no traces. We find love in the strangest places. Yeah, yeah. In the heart of a brother, or the heart of the maelstrom, on the gates of heaven, or the gates of hell. In our sins, there are saving graces. We find love in the strangest places. Yeah, yeah. In the sword of Orion, or the sword of a soldier, somewhere on a highway across a continental divide, or in the soul of a city that a flood erases. We find love in the strangest places. Yeah, yeah. Written in a note, written on their faces. We find love in the strangest places. Oh, we find love in the strangest places. Oh, we find love in the strangest places. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the 15th anniversary of Human Rights Day in Idaho. I'm Paul Zerlo, Executive Vice President for Sales, Marketing, Communications, and IT for Blue Cross of Idaho, and I'm honored to be able to speak to you today. Anne Frank wrote, "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." Today, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment in our nation's history. Blue Cross of Idaho is proud to partner with our friends at the Wassmuth Center as they pursue their mission. A society where Idahoans take responsibility for promoting and protecting human rights, where everyone is valued and treated with equal dignity and respect, and where everyone's human rights are a lived reality. Together, we can start today to improve the world and achieve Anne's vision. Thank you again for your partnership and for the opportunity to help celebrate Human Rights Day.
Seems like all I'm being shown, from my TV to my phones, how not to think, how not to feel. It's all moving so fast, but I still like to pay with cash. I get the truth, a little fiddle in a side of steel. Round up all my past regrets and those packs of cigarettes, and toss them out along with the evening news. I've been labeled left and right, but things ain't that black and white. Whatever happened to just having the blues? Nothing ever mattered much to me, just another ring in the old oak tree. But I've grown to care a lot. I think of all who came before, why they fought. Seems I'm trapped in some game where groups and guilt and shame grow so loud they crowd out my life. So I'm searching for clues, numb from the bills and booze, lonesome from the struggle and strife. But sometimes there's no one to blame, neither the fellas nor the dames, or people cross a made-up line. Life is hard and it'll leave you scarred, and those politicians and movie stars can't bring me love or peace of mind. Nothing ever mattered much to me, just another ring in the old oak tree. But I've grown to care a lot. I think of all who came before, what they fought. I wonder how I forgot all the things that I was taught about caring for humanity. 'Cause my fingers are all pointed and everything seems so disjointed. My head hung low, I'm screaming silently. Think it's time to wise up for this whole thing of us. We'll make a difference where we think we can. Truly being kind, not holding silly signs, or waving old flags and yelling mindless chants. Well, nothing ever mattered much to me, just another ring in the old oak tree. But I've grown to care a lot. I think of all who came before and how they fought. Well, all my hopes and my prayers, fears and my scares can't be wrapped up in some simple song. It's time to pick up responsibility, stand up for civility, 'cause there's more to being right than knowing what's wrong. Nothing ever mattered much to me, just another ring in the old oak tree. But I've grown to care a lot. I think of all who came before, what they saw. I think of all who came before and what they saw. rings in an old tree.
Located in the heart of Idaho's capital city, the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial is recognized as an international site of conscience. As a site, the memorial interprets history, engages the public in programs that stimulate dialogue on pressing social issues, and promotes justice and universal cultures of human rights. In the memorial, we read the following by Eleanor Roosevelt: "Where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places, close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on any map of the world. Yet they are the world of the individual person, the neighborhood he or she lives in, the school or college he or she attends, the factory, the farm, or office where he or she works. Such are the places where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere."
This is called Here With Me. If you were here with me, you would love the stars I see. Ancient city in the sky, you would love the way they shine. I know just how you'd be looking at me, with that smile that says, "Why be melancholy?" If you were here with me,
Hello, everybody. I'm Andy Scoggin. I'm a member of the local Boise business community, and I have the honor to chair a capital campaign for the Wassmuth Center to create a very important addition to the Anne Frank Memorial. As Dan mentioned, as many of you know, recently something very disturbing happened in our city of Boise. But in response, something very heartwarming is continuing to happen. As you've read or seen in the news, the Anne Frank Memorial, a beacon of kindness and of civility in our city, was desecrated by vandals who posted swastikas on the memorial. This was hurtful to many in our community and beyond. It was not an accident that the vandals chose a symbol of love and unity and respect for others as the target of their hateful message. This act was intended as a threat to all those who encourage acceptance, friendship, and inclusion of those who look different, worship different, or think different than the vandals. But the focus of my message is on the remarkable and wonderful response that has arisen in our city to this act of hate and exclusion. Dan, our wonderful executive director, has received an outpouring of positive support in the form of telephone calls, emails, and perhaps most meaningfully, donations. These positive gestures and statements say a lot about Boise and about its values. Around the city, almost immediately after the vandalism, signs, billboards, posters, and banners from businesses, government, and nonprofits sprang up, announcing solidarity with the Wassmuth Center and its vital message. And so it's timely that the Wassmuth Center is in the early to mid stages of a capital campaign to build an interpretive and educational center on the grounds of the Anne Frank Memorial. The center will provide a much more immersive experience for those who visit, to be able to learn about human rights efforts and needs throughout our community and throughout the world. Clearly, an edifice of this type is needed now more than ever. The Wassmuth Center is a beacon of history, of healing, and of humanity in our great city. It started with the story of a young girl whose belief in humanity could not be doused by the greatest acts of hate and inhumanity that she could suffer. But it has gone on to amplify the voices of many others from different religions, different backgrounds, different positions and political persuasions, who all stand for protecting and venerating basic human rights and decency. My family is proud to support the work of the Wassmuth Center, and we're excited to see the new educational arm of the center, which will bring much good to our city and our state for many years to come.
Tonight, we are thrilled to announce the Building Our Future campaign to construct a comprehensive human rights education center.
Dan, it is just incredible how both the memorial and the center have grown, and now to become an even larger presence in the community, the state, and truly the nation. I see that we have people from around the country watching this. Literally, it is the building of a one-of-a-kind comprehensive human rights education center within a one-of-a-kind human rights memorial. This really is a 25th anniversary celebration.
Oh, yes. We've been working behind the scenes, and in the past 6 months have raised half of the project funds. We are so grateful for the companies and foundations who have already committed to sustaining and expanding human rights education. So thank you, Blue Cross of Idaho, Blue Cross of Idaho Foundation for Health, Boise Metro Chamber, Chobani, City, Colliers International, Cradle Point, Delta Dental of Idaho,
Drake Cooper, Erstad Architects, First Interstate Bank, the Greg C. Carr Foundation, Guho Corporation, Idaho Central Credit Union, Idaho Power, Intermountain Gas, Micron, Mountain West Bank, Red Built, and Regents Blue Shield of Idaho.
J.R. Simplot Company, Union Pacific Foundation, U.S. Bank, Wittenberger Foundation, and Zions Bank. Yes, we're halfway to our 3 million goal and are inviting businesses, foundations, and individuals throughout Idaho, throughout the United States, to support the growth and the expansion of the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights. In the words of Anne Frank, no one need wait a moment. We can start now, start slowly changing the world. Yes, Diana, in the introduction to tonight's program, you described the center as a beacon of light. Well, I can tell you, in times of darkness, the center's light is going to shine even brighter.
Happiness is the way. I can hear all the people say, and I'm not sure which way to go. This I know, and I can't stand to win this fight. I don't know what's wrong or right. I need so much more than this to come alive. Happiness is a feeling I get when I see love just shining down. I don't know which way to go, but I'll keep on living until I see skies of the bluest gray. Looking inside this room, the constant becomes so true, and loving is how I feel. I feel for you. So cut down on this charade and just let me go about my way. I'm sick of these games you play. Things will change. Come now, baby, I can see it clearly. That blue turns to gray in my own world, and I can't help but falling, and I can see it coming. That blue turns to gray another day. Oh, but when I think of you, all my feelings just become so true. My loneliness has gone away, and happiness is skies of gray. So come now, baby, I see it clearly. That blue turns to gray in my own world, and I can't help but falling, and I see it coming. That I truly see skies of the bluest gray. Oh, come now, baby, I see it clearly. The blue turns gray in my own world, and I can't help but falling, and I see it coming. Well, I truly see skies of the bluest gray. I said I can see skies of the bluest gray.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Grove, President and CEO of Idaho Power. I am so excited to celebrate the Wassmuth Center and its mission. It's very much aligned with our commitment to each other, and where we celebrate the dignity of every human, and we believe that we are stronger together. We are so excited to support the new facility, and it's a place where everyone can come and be educated and learn and have discourse where we can become better and stronger together. And anytime I go to that facility now, it's just a place that feels like hope. It's a place where we can all be reflective, because we have a lot of healing to do, and this is just such a special place where we can all do it. So thank you for all your work, and from your friends at Idaho Power, we're proud to partner with you.
We are everywhere in harmony. You know, harmony is defined as forming a pleasing and consistent whole. We recognize that the whole is comprised of many parts, and sometimes the notes that get played are a little jarring, but we still strive to form a more perfect union. Though it's cliche, it is true that we are no greater than the sum of all the parts.
Celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights, on this anniversary of Idaho Human Rights Day, I recall that the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was born out of the ashes of World War II and the Holocaust. And out of that horror, a document of our shared humanity was drafted.
As we conclude our program, let's reaffirm our commitment to the dignity and worth of every member in our community, state, and nation. Let me also especially thank all of our artists this evening. These are Idaho artists. What you have heard, what you have witnessed, is just one more way that Idaho has so much to offer, so much, well, as we say, Idaho is too great for hate. So let's remember that we are all, well, maybe I'll just stop there, and we'll close with this message and song from a few more of our friends. Thank you.
Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world.
Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people.
Whereas it is essential, if man is not to be compelled, to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and oppression, that human rights should be protected by the rule of law.
Whereas it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations. Boy, is it. Never has it been more important than now.
Whereas the people of the United Nations have in the Charter reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and the worth of the human person, and in the equal rights of men and women, and have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life and larger freedom.
Whereas member states have pledged themselves to achieve, in cooperation with the United Nations, the promotion of universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms.
Whereas a common understanding of these rights and freedoms is of the greatest importance for the full realization of this pledge.
Now, therefore, the General Assembly proclaims this Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, to the end that every individual and every organ of society, keeping this declaration constantly in mind, shall strive by teaching and education to promote respect for these rights and freedoms.
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood.
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights.
All human beings
are born free and equal
in dignity and rights.
Every day I wake up and turn my phone on. I read the news of the day just as it's coming down. I do my best not to let it get me down. I try to keep my head up, but this is Babylon. This world's in crisis, we try to fight it, this changing climate. With scientists and with politicians divided by it. So many ways we can solve it, but they will never sign it. This mountain's tumbling down, but still we try to climb it. It's in the Torah, Quran, and in the Bible. Love is the message, but somehow we turn to rivals. This country people always picking up their rifles. Another school getting shot at homicidal. Some people trying to live fly, some people trying to get high. Some people losing their minds, some people trying to get by. When you look in my eyes, you see the sign of the time. We are looking for the same thing, but what if this song was number one? Would it mean that love had won? Would it mean that the world was safe and no guns are being drawn today? What if everybody had a job and nobody had to break a law? What if everyone could say that it's good to be alive today? Oh, 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 oh. Yes, it's good to be alive today. Oh, oh, oh. It's good to be alive today. It's good to be alive today, on Human Rights Day. Peace, y'all.